Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thanks for stopping by. This isn't typically a video I'd make for this channel, but hopefully it's going to help one of you out there who are in a similar situation to me. I just want to start off this video by saying I am by no means a projector specialist. I'm simply a casual user who is looking for a projector where I can watch YouTube videos or Netflix video once in a blue moon. A little background bit about myself. I live in a studio flat, so space is a premium, and I don't ever watch TV, so I have no desire or need to buy a television. Currently, if I've been watching a YouTube video or Netflix, I would simply just watch it on my laptop screen or an Apple monitor, which I plug into my laptop. And then that's pretty much it. So I've been looking at these Nebula capsules for quite some time now. So on the left hand side here, we've got the Capsule 1. This was the first one to come out. And then on the right hand side here, we've got the Capsule Max. And they also released a model shortly after this, I believe, it is called the Capsule 2. Right, so I've already opened these, already used them for a number of days. But I've just put them back in the boxes just so you can see what to expect should you be picking one of these up for yourself. So let's have a look at the Capsule 1 first. So the product or the packaging is really high quality. It's got a nice magnetic flap that you can see. Now, other reviewers have done a lot more in-depth unboxing, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I'm just simply going to look at the projectors themselves. But here we go. If you look on this side, 360-degree speaker, and it says some of the spec in here. Okay, so hopefully that focuses. So we've got resolution 480, brightness 100 ANSI lumens. The battery is 5,200 milliamp hours, and then the input is 9 volts, 2 amps. Now, what's really good about the Capsule 1 is that you can charge it via a portable battery using a USB cable, the mini USB. Whereas the Capsule Max, unfortunately, you can't, which is really annoying. So you have an actual plug for it. I know the Capsule 2 you can charge via USB, but that's such a big feature that one of the main reasons why I like this. It's the size of it, as well as the fact you can charge it via a battery pack, a portable battery pack. These are meant to be compact and portable, and if you're going to go away somewhere, just to have to carry around an extra plug is really annoying. Most of our electronics nowadays you can charge with some USB cables, so having an extra plug is pretty annoying. Connections, HDMI, Miracast, Bluetooth, and that's pretty much it. It uses Android 7.1. So on the Nebula Capsule Max, what's really good about this is that it has a 1-second autofocus. So you literally just point it at the wall and then it will focus its image on the wall. And if you move it again, it does it itself again. So you can also manually do it, but that autofocus is brilliant, which the Capsule 1 doesn't have. So here's some of the spec. 720p, so this is HD, so it's double the resolution of this one, the Capsule 1, and it's got 200 ANSI lumens. Again, it's double of this one. But what's interesting to see is what that actually means in reality when it's actually working. The battery is bigger. However, because this is a much more powerful device, it's double the brightness, and the speaker is slightly bigger as well. I believe this is 5 watts and this one is 8 watts. Because it's more powerful and it's got better resolution, the actual battery life on this is shorter. So the connections, HDMI, USB, you got your wireless connections as well, Miracast. So software wise, this is Android 8.1 on the Capsule Max, 7.1 on the Capsule 1. Now you can get a code from Anchor themselves, if you email the customer service and they give you a special code to type in, and then you can download the Google Play Store. I know there are some implications with using Netflix that other people have mentioned, but there are workarounds and you can get it working, and I haven't found it too much of an issue, to be honest. Right, so let's just open up, the box, what you expect to see. So it's got a nice magnetic hinge here. So that's the inside of it. It's quite a fancy box. Take out this part. I haven't put the remote back in, but this section, it's got all these leaflets that would have the remote and a cable inside. So that's the remote for the Capsule 1. It's really nice. And what's good about it is it comes with 2 AA batteries, or AAA batteries, sorry, or it uses AAA batteries. I can't remember if it came with them. No, it does come with them. And here is the capsule itself. Now this is tiny. Like, I love the size of this. Here are the connections. You've got your USB or micro USB, and then you've got your HDMI. Okay, these are actual buttons. You've got a focusing wheel here, so it's manual focus. And then you've got a regular tripod screw there. And it's got like a rubberized foot, which is nice, so it just sits down. Now this is the same size as a soft drinks can, a can of Coke apparently. You see it in a load of their videos. So here's an iPhone 7, for example. It's smaller than my phone. What's great about this is that you can charge it by USB, by a portable battery, which is really nice. Right, so now I'm going to open the Capsule Max box. So this is what it looks like. Okay, it's got 1 second autofocus. This is really handy, actually. What this does is when you turn it on, when you point it at a wall or a screen, as in like a white screen for you to project onto, it focuses itself in literally a second, and then if you move it to another wall, then it will refocus itself. It's really quick and it's really handy compared to the Capsule 1, where you would have to use the manual focus there. So as we said, 200 ANSI lumens and 720p. So double the brightness, double the resolution to the first generation. So let's open the box. Again, a nice, really high quality box, magnetic cover. Take this out. This is what would house any of the leaflets and also the remote. So here's the remote for it. The Capsule Max remote takes these button cell batteries, which is really annoying. I don't know why they've changed to that. Makes no sense really. Feels nice. It's definitely quite a bit thinner than the Nebula Capsule 1's remote, but I actually prefer the Nebula 1 Capsule's remote. It feels nicer to use, and I much prefer that it uses AAA batteries. Here's the Capsule Max. Take it out of the box. So on the Capsule 1, you've got actual physical buttons, whereas on the Capsule Max, they're touch. Okay, so you can't press them in, you just literally touch them. On the back of the Capsule 1, you've got the infrared sensor for the remote. So you need to literally point the remote control at it to work, which can be annoying at times. If you've got the projector behind you, you need to point the remote backwards rather than towards the screen like you would normally do for a TV. And on the Max, we have the power button down here. Okay, on the Capsule 1, the power button is actually here on the top. Here we've got the power button on the back, and then this button here, I believe, is to switch it between the Bluetooth speaker, or if you want to just use it as a projector. So on here you have auxiliary out, so you could plug to an external speaker, or you could do it wirelessly, or you could obviously use the speaker in there. You've got HDMI, got USB, and then you've got DC in. Again, on the bottom, you've got your regular camera tripod. So as I mentioned before, the Nebula Capsule Max doesn't have USB charging. It has this plug to charge it, which is really annoying as they're meant to be portable speakers. So the battery life on this is actually shorter than the Capsule 1. I think I've got around 3 to 4 hours definitely with this. And this is streaming, YouTube, that sort of stuff. Whereas this is probably half the amount of time, if that. So it's got a bigger battery, but it runs out a lot quicker. And then the fact that you need to have this with you to charge it is a really big negative point for this thing here. Now, some great mounting options which you could use. I got this Manfrotto, I think it's called the Pixie tripod. It's nice and small, really compact. And what's really cool about this is if you press this button, you can then simply adjust and then it locks. Press it again and it locks. Or you move it and it locks. Okay, so it worked for either, so let's do it with the Capsule Max. Okay, there we go. It's nice and easy. So if I wanted to point it at the screen, press it, and there you go. If I needed it on that side, there we go. It's really good. So another tripod you could use is the Joby Gorilla Pods. Great tripod. What's really good about this head is that you could literally turn it so you can point the projector straight up at the ceiling. Okay. Nebula also do a tripod specifically for this model as well. You could get that, but I think these are far more pocketable and easier to travel with. So I'm just setting up the projectors onto the wall. There's still some light coming into the room. This is what it's like outside right now. It's a bit overcast. Again, it's the middle of winter, so the sun sets quite early. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's quite a grey day, but still some light in the room. I'll try and shoot another a vid clip tomorrow of it during the day with a bit more light, but this is probably another hour to go before the sun goes down. So what I'm going to do now is a series of test shots. I have the camera 3 meters away from the wall, and the projectors are also 3 meters away from the wall. And what I'll do, I'll leave the projectors at 3 meters for this section, and I'll move the camera towards the wall so you can see the clarity of the picture. Right, so as you can see, both images are projected onto the wall. The projectors are 3 meters away from the wall, just short of that. The camera is in line with them, so everything is at 3 meters away. And the image projected onto the wall is just a touch over 90 inches from the bottom left corner of one of the images to the top right corner. So here we are at 1 meter away from the wall. The projectors are still 3 meters away. On the left hand side of the screen, we have one of the projectors, and on the right hand side where the Amazon icons are. So from this side upwards, this is the other projector. So I'm just a meter away, just so you can see the sharpness of the images. And to be honest, they're very good. What I'll try and do actually is I'll flip the image on the left hand side projector so it pretty much mirrors the right hand side, and see if we can see a difference between the two. Okay, here it is. I've flipped the left side image to try and match as best as I can the right hand image. Let's move my camera up a bit. Hopefully it picks up on the camera and you can see a difference. Both projectors are in their default stage as well, so I haven't increased the brightness. This is just as it is at default, and I'm about a meter away. So here are some images. I'm on YouTube. I'm on the YouTube app at the moment. So we're at 3 meters away at the moment. So here we are about 1 meter away from the projection. So what one do you think is the Nebula Max, Capsule Max, and what one do you think is the Capsule one? Here we are at 1 meter. You can see a difference in colour, for sure. However, the picture quality there's not much of a difference, to be honest. Even at 1 meter away, it's not huge. There is obviously a difference, but for the casual user, it's not significant. It's not a huge difference. This is what it looks like from 2 meters away. Not sure if you can see. So here I am at 1 meter away. Wondering if you could see a difference in the text. It's like 3 meters away. So that's the sort of image you'd expect to see, late afternoon, with some light coming into the room. During a bright day, you won't be able to see anything, to be honest. However, these projectors aren't made for that. These projectors are, made for nighttime viewing. Generally in the dark, these perform really well. But having said that, it's hard to see much of a difference in terms of brightness. There is a slight difference, but considering the price ratio, not a huge difference. Okay, so it's nighttime now outside. Without my lights on, this room is really dark. So again, I'm at 3 meters. The projectors are at 3 meters away from the wall. And I've flipped the left-hand projector so you can see the difference. I just want to point out that the icons on the projector on the left are slightly, I think it's a software thing. They are slightly smaller, and also you can see on the corners of the actual icons there, they're more curved edges as well. So this is at 3 meters away, and that's what it looks like. I've also locked the camera's settings so it doesn't change as I move. Here we are at 2 meters away. The projectors are still 3 meters. I've just moved closer to the wall, 2 meters. Let me know if you can see the difference. Comment down below. And here we are at 1 meter away from the wall. The projectors are at 3 meters. Right, here we are. I've just gone onto my YouTube channel. For obvious reasons, I can't show other videos due to copyright. So I'm just going to show a few of my videos and a little shameless plug. However, everything here is set at 3 meters again. So you can see from this distance, hopefully you can see what the text looks like. I'll again move it to 2 meters and then 1 meter. So here we are at 2 meters away. That's what it looks like. Again, it looks really good. And then here we are at 1 meter. What one do you think is what? So overall, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with either of these, to be honest. I think this is better bang for your buck. However, this has the better picture, but is the better picture and autofocus worth the bigger package in general? It's a much heavier too, it's bigger to carry around, which is a real negative for me. The remote is worse, it's got this button cell battery, and the most annoying thing is the plug that you need to charge it with. I mean, is that worth the smaller package, longer lasting battery life of this one? And the picture quality, yes, this is 720 and versus 480. And yes, this is 200 ASNI lumens versus 100, but in reality, when you're watching it on the wall, it's not a huge difference. Oh, and I forgot to mention which projector was projecting what image. So the projector on the left-hand side of the screen was the Capsule Max, and projector on the right-hand side of the screen was the Capsule 1. So let me know if you got that right, if you guessed right, in the comments down below. It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts about either product as well, if you've tested them. And I'll be interested into hearing your thoughts about those of you who've also used the Capsule 2 and what you think about that. Overall, it would be great if they made a Nebula Capsule smaller than this. I mean, this is the perfect size, to be honest, but if this had autofocus and also 200 lumens, that would have been the perfect package for me. Again, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video has helped you in some way. Please comment down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll see you in another one. Thanks.